My camera, it's got a leveler, so if it were moving physically, it would kind of adjust it. I'm weirded out. Anyway, pardon the ghost. You guys leave a name down below for this ghost that likes to play on my camera. We can call it that. Anyway, today I'm coming to you guys with an entire Wet n Wild tutorial. I think everything is going to be Wet n Wild except maybe for my brows. Yeah, it looks like everything's gonna be Wet n Wild. So I picked up a few new things. I have some old things. This is not available anymore. I'm not sure what kind of look I'm going for. I should have asked what kind of look you guys want to go for, but I'm probably gonna end up doing something bronzy like I normally do. I picked up some of their new products that I'm gonna try out for the first time today. So it's gonna be like a first impressions, but it's definitely gonna be a one brand tutorial. So I'm actually also going to be featuring some of the Royal and Langnickel brushes. Royal and Langnickel was gracious enough to send me some brushes. This is not a sponsored video, but I love these brushes and I kind of want to let you guys, my viewers, know that there's some, you guys see these brushes all the time in my videos, by the way, that there's some really inexpensive, affordable brushes out there for the everyday gal, and these are amazing. So I'm going to be using a lot of Royal and Langnickel brushes, just an FYI, even though for the most part I use, I mean, come on now, this thing's in my every video. But anyway, for the most part, I use that. And I'm also going to be using some Wet n Wild brushes. So, yeah. Okay, so we're going to get started. This is actually, I've had this for a year or two. This is the Wet n Wild Coverall Primer. This one refines pores, refills lines, brightens complexions. I've had this for a few years, actually. And I don't know if they still sell it. But if they do, I'm going to leave everything linked down below. I'm going to try. Y'all call me out on it if I don't. So I'm going to shake this up. I've already moisturized my skin. And this is the primer itself. And normally I just use my moisturizer and of course my Nivea Men's aftershave balm. But this right here is actually not a bad primer. It has some dimethicone in it, but it is not one of the first ingredients. So what I'm doing is just kind of pressing it and moving it around the skin. And of course I put some on my T-zone. My face, I don't know what's going on, what kind of hormonal crap I'm dealing with. I'm chalking it up to stress. My skin feels like a baby's ass. Soft. Look at the cheeks. For foundation, I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. And this has some hefty claims. I'm hopefully in the color 365C Soft Beige. This supposedly has been tested through like 7 light conditions, like smartphone friendly, with or without flash. So apparently this doesn't have any flashback. So I'm gonna make the assumption that this does not have any SPF. So if you need the SPF, definitely use it as your moisturizer. Highly recommend it, but I'm okay with it. It has a glass bottle and this has a scoop for product, for like to get the product out. And I think the color is really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake this up. Anyway, Soft Beige is the light medium shade. I'm gonna go ahead and slap this on the back of my hand because I don't wanna like apply it on my face. And I sanitize the back of my hand before any application. So this looks like quite a bit of product. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dot it on my face. This feels very soft, almost velvety as I'm applying it. The texture on this is quite different than anything I've tried before. I tried their older foundations, the ones that came in the tube, and I did not like them. But I also wasn't like so gun-ho, die-hard into foundations either. Okay. Alright, I think I over-applied it, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to be using the Royal and Langnickel complexion brush. This is the BMD 185. It's a gorgeous pink one. And what I'm going to do is I just remade some MAC Fix Plus. The link is right below in the description bar on how to make your own MAC Fix Plus setting spray. So I'm going to shut up and spray my face. This brush is so freaking soft. But it's moving the foundation around nicely. is, it doesn't say it's a matte foundation, but it almost looks like it's, I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully the lighting is not too bright. But it looks like it's a satin, like a satin foundation. I think it's a good match because it's like blending into my neck. It's definitely a satin finish foundation. It's set on my face, y'all. So now I'm gonna go ahead and conceal. Now, I have two things to conceal. I have a highlighting stick. This is the Mega Glow Correction Stick. So I might use this afterwards, like around the highlighting areas. But I do have a concealer, and this is the new Photo Focus Concealer. This is also the same concept. And this one's probably gonna be, I'm not really too into too much highlighting under the eyes. I just wanna keep it lighter, but not too light, like extremely white. Yeah, so this is in the shade light medium. So hopefully this is a good match. So I have my Dampen Beauty Blender, which is what I always use to set. I'm going in, this is a thicker consistency concealer. It feels very similar to the Kat Von D Lock-It concealer. If you're familiar with that, I'm gonna go ahead and tap some on the sides here because I have hormonal redness like most women, and I'm just gonna tap some right here to highlight, just to kind of bring light. I think I'm gonna add more concealer though, I'm not sure. I don't know, it's thick. This stuff is thick. So I'm gonna go in and press this in and make ugly faces, okay? Ooh, oh, whoa. Wait a goddamn minute. That just blended out like a dream. Holy shit. All right. I know a product is usually really good when it blends the way it blends, but I know I'm kind of creepily. All right, so watch this blend out under my eyes. Like, blended. Oh my God, okay. This is actually, I've tried quite a few of the Wet n Wild concealers, and they're not bad, but they don't blend that easily, you know? This highlighting stick, I'm gonna use it before I set anything. So this correction stick is actually in the shade Nude for Thought 808, and I'm gonna just hit up the center of my face to highlight. And I'll hit up right here. It looks, this is thick. This is some thick stuff. I'm not gonna use it for under the eyes too much, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna apply a little bit more concealer to this area right here where it looks the shallowest with a light hand. And then I'm gonna go in and press this. Oh shit. This actually blend, even though this is a dry, like this feels way thicker. This just blended out beautifully. Huh, and my beauty blender is actually not that damp. I don't have a loose powder for setting my under eyes, so I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild Color Icon contouring palette. I've had this for a few years. It is freaking amazing, and they do sell it. I caught it mostly at Walmart. This one's the Dulce de Leche color because it has a cool tone contour shade, and this is more yellowy, which is strange. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Royal and Langnickel multi-purpose powder brush, and this one's the BMD 101. This is perfect for setting powders on the face, and it feels good for under the eyes. So I'm just gonna take some of the powder and press it. This brush is soft. I have a smaller brush, but it's dirty because it has a shimmer from highlighting. I'm feeling really nice. I'm feeling set. Almost tightening. This foundation does not say that it's tightening, but I almost feel like it's tightening my skin a bit. I'm impressed. Take a drink break and do my brows. I'm going to be using my all-time favorite NYX Micro Brow Pencil to do my brows. I don't have any brow products from Wet n Wild. The last time I tried some, I didn't really care for them. So unless they come out with pencils like this, then I'll be all gung-ho for it. But I'll be back with some brows. Okay. Now that my brows are done, I'm going to go ahead and contour. And I haven't powdered my skin yet except for under the eyes. And I have this contour stick. It's called Oaks on You. It looks, I got it because it online it looked more cool tone than this, but I'm gonna go ahead and utilize this, and then I'm gonna add powder on top of it. So what I'm gonna do is, how I would liquid contour or cream contour is take it right there. That looks like a lot. And I'm only gonna work in these sections because if it sets quickly, I don't wanna have doo-doo stains all over my face. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and blend it. This looks, I think I put too much product. Little baby dots, baby doo-doo dots on it like this. Take a little tiny bit on the sides of my nose here. And because I just saw how well pigmented that is. And you're gonna hear my jingling of my bracelets. But whatevs, and just blend it out. I'm gonna take a brush. This is the Royal LANGNICKLE BX35. This is one of their Revolution brushes. This brush is so soft. And I'm gonna use it for the powder as well, but look how beautifully it blended that out. So I'm gonna go in with the Dulce Leche, the contour side, because this is more of a, you know, cool tone. So it should work just as good. Unfortunately, I took too much, so I'm gonna tap off the excess, and I'm gonna go in and, oh yes. So the warmth of the oak shade of this plus this has given me a beautiful neutral. It's definitely neutralized it. I'm not sure if you guys can see that on how I see it. It's definitely neutralized it from the warmth. It totally neutralized it. And you can use a bigger brush if you want. I'm using this precision brush because I want to show you guys. Not everyone has a big face like I do. Contour, and then you go in with a warm bronzer. You just gonna look warm. You're gonna look like Donald Trump or something. I'm gonna go in with the big old mama powder brush. This is the Royal LANGNICKLE BMD 100. This is my favorite brush. It covers a lot. So for setting powder, I found the Wet n Wild pressed powder. This is again from the Photo Focus line, and it's in the shade, it's in the front. It's in the shade 823 Natural Beige. I got it because beige are sometimes cool tone. So I'm gonna go in with my big old powder brush, and I'm gonna set the rest of my face, even though I don't feel like I need setting because the foundation did a really good job at setting itself. But what I'm doing is I'm setting all the powders and my bronze, and it's just cleaning it up a bit so it looks more photo focused or soft focus. Well, now I'm going to do the unthinkable. I'm going to take over on top of my powder, I'm going to go in with the blush, which is a cream. This one's Hustle and Glow, and it is also from their Mega Glow collection. Now, I have a trick for this. I've used their, actually I haven't swatched this. So that's the color right there. It's an orangey blush. I love oranges on the face for me, but whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sponge. I'm going to wet it nice and wet. And don't be scared just because you've applied powder already to the skin. You're not applying a lot of powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to take it on the sponge, and then I'm going to press it where I want it. Like so. As you can see, there's a beautiful hint of color. I'm going to move on to the eyes, and we're going to get up close, okay? We're gonna be friends, okay? All right. Wow, it's fucking scary. Ooh, child, my back hurts. For eyeshadows, I did not know if I wanted to use the Fergie palette, which I think they have their Naturals palette, they have one that's very similar that has the golds and the champagne. So I think I'm going to use this one. But I also like the Comfort Zone palette. It's actually one of my favorites. It has this beautiful blue-greeny, a brown green shade here, which is a dupe to MAC's Blue Brown. I've already done a tutorial on this years ago. I could definitely do another one if you guys want me to use inexpensive palettes like this, but I'm gonna need a transition shade, and this one has a few mattes. So Fergie Center Stage collection, the Milano collections, and I'm gonna try to find it for you guys and link it down below. Probably on Amazon and eBay might have it, but yeah. So this palette comes like this. This was one of their limited edition shades. I'm sure you can still find it if you're Walmart, if you're Walgreens, or even Walmart sells the older products. And this palette actually came with a decent brush. I used it a few times and I quite love it. So I'm actually going to utilize this brush again today. It has a nice little inner corner highlight brush. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here on the palette. It is like, I don't know, it's a good crease color. So I'm going to go in with a Wet n Wild crease brush. This one's a little dirty, but it's fine. So I'm going to take this shade right here. Fortunately, I got to tap off the excess. I'm going to take this on the crease. And look at that pigmentation. Like Wet n Wild, their shadows are freaking great. Their glitter shadows are really not, but I don't use those. So actually, no, I'm going to take the little brush that comes in the palette and mix the black in with the brown. And take that on the, oh shit, on the outer V. Like so. This brush is actually really good for just packing on the lid and then taking the little brush for the outer V. This is a smaller brush, so it works out. And then you could go in with the same brush that you use for transition and just blend that out. But for the most part, the brush just did its thing. Been like really in pain lately. I don't know how to fix it. And I don't want to depend on taking meds, so if I look uncomfortable, it's because I am, but a girl has to look fabulous even though she feels like shit, okay? Go into the dark brown and hit up the lower lash line. And do the same thing. I'm only hitting the dark brown. And then I'm gonna go in with that same matte shade, the same brush we've been using. And just blending that out, smoking it out. Look at that. So I'm gonna go in with the little flat side of this, and I'm gonna take this color. They did a really good job with these shadows for this Fergie line, so I could just imagine what they did for their own brand new collection. So guess what I'm gonna do with this brush? Any guesses? Okay. So look at this color. Okay, I've realized that I need a bigger brush because you clearly have a bigger lid. So I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild brush. This one's a flat shader, a flat C brush, shader brush. Taking the same color, it's way bigger so I could get more done. So I'm gonna go back in, do the other eye, and then I'm gonna go in and wet the brush. Of course we're not gonna wear eyeliner today because I don't feel like it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the baby pinkish shimmer shade right here, and I'm gonna go in with the same small shader brush. I'm gonna take it, wet it. This actually might even be a good face highlight for a girl like me. I'm gonna wet the brush a smidge. And then I'm gonna take this on the inner corner. Yes, okay. So I'm gonna go in with this is the Fergie liner. This is Midnight Cowgirl. I have like 5 of these. I have a backup for all of them. I picked up a mascara from Wet n Wild. Now, I have a really tough time using Wet n Wild mascaras. I've never found one that's good. I've tried every one, and it's a hate relationship with the mascaras. So I was a little hesitant to pick this one up, but this is the Wet n Wild Multi-Dimensional Lash Renegade mascara, and this one is in Brazen Black. So I'm gonna try to open this without breaking a nail because I will be really mad. So this is the packaging right here. It feels very cheapy, light, it feels like there's no product in here. I love the look of the packaging though. Like, this looks dangerous, but it feels like it's so lightweight. Like, oh, okay, so this mascara looks like a torture device. So as you guys can see, this is the wand. I'm gonna move this stuff closer and hope I don't take out an eye. So I don't curl my lashes. I think someone had, ooh, okay, hold on. All right, so this is a lot of product on the wand. And, okay. What is this mascara supposed to do? Interesting. This is actually the first Wet n Wild mascara that I haven't tossed. Like, look at that. Normally, I toss the mascara the moment I use it. I already know I'm gonna toss it the moment I take it out of the packaging. And when I just start applying it, I usually already know that it's gonna go in the garbage. That's a plus. Whoa. I haven't even done the lips or the highlighter yet, and I think I'm done. No, I'm just kidding. I'm highly impressed. So, all right. Onto the lips. I have the Wet n Wild First Gel Lip Liner. So it's their first gel lip liner. This is in the color Bear to Comment 651B. Their products always have a name and the number. So I haven't even swatched this. I don't like their lip liners, to be honest. But hello, I like this. Okay, let's see if it's soft. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off my lip mask that I wore, because I'm gonna be wearing a liquid lipstick. So I'm gonna go ahead and line my lip. It's buttery. I have 4 of their liquid cat suits, and I don't know which color to wear. I just don't know. I'm kind of going in for this one right here. Go with Rebel Rose. Damn it. Okay, we're gonna go. I kind of want to wear them all. If I had more than one pair of lips, I would just wear it. Okay, this is supposedly liquid catsuit. It is supposed to be a matte, no scent, very creamy. So I'm not even sure how this is gonna look. Take a while to dry, so yeah. All right, let's zoom out just a smidge. Just zoom out a bit. Okay, so we're gonna move to highlighter, and I don't know how this highlighter is gonna look because I haven't tried it yet. And this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Rainbow Highlighter. So I haven't even swatched it. The packaging is plastic. It's, of course, you guys have seen the indie brand, one of the indie brands make their rainbow highlighter, which hit it huge on the internet. So I'm actually gonna swatch it. And I'm getting a lot more green. Oh, there's that blue. You guys see that blue? My hand has to contort. It's very shifty and holographic. I don't know how it's gonna look, but you know I ain't scared. So I'm gonna take this. Okay, if there's any fan brush in the world that you want to try, this is the one I will recommend. This is like thick. It is not too thin. It is perfect for cleaning under the eyes, for contouring, for highlighting. This brush is life, okay? This is the BMD 300. This is the Royal and LANGNICKLE fan brush. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna take some of this. I'm not scared, but I don't know what I'm gonna look like. So, oh, 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 it's, oh my God, it's got some, well, it has the orange from my cheek and it shifts into this blue. Oh God, this is pretty. If you like rainbow highlighters, this is it. This is it. This is subtle. I got some right under my eye. This is beautiful. It does shift into the sun. So I have the orange, the yellow, and then it moves on to the blue. And I'm gonna go in like this, just to give myself a little highlight. This is so different. I don't know if you guys can see the shift of color. So it's golden to like the blue purple. You only need a little bit, but you know Evie likes to go whole hog. That's pretty much it. This is the look that I got using all Wet n Wild products down to some brushes. I freaking love the look that I got today. Some of these products I haven't used for a while, and these other products are so freaking impressive. I know Wet n Wild is a great brand, but when I tell you that they've stepped it up a notch, like this foundation feels like my first foundation ever, which was my Dior Skin Nude. It feels just like it. It almost even smells like it. So when I tell you that they've stepped it up and it feels luxury, please, I hope you believe me, because this foundation, I didn't even have to set. I have dry skin, so skincare is always key to making sure your foundation moves around and blends easily and it looks good and flawless. These cream products are on point. These two products, the contour sticks, are actually a little bit more drying, and this one is a little too warm for me. I think I picked out the lightest out of the two, so I think I did a good choice on it, but I also had this as well to set it with. So using a cooler toned, really cool toned powder, which is an amazing. This is an amazing powder, by the way, and I even used it to set under my eyes. So these cream products are amazing. They're a little bit more drier, so just heed with caution. Use them in one section first and blend before it sets, because they do set. And this right here, hands down, is one of my favorite cream blushes. If you're not really into cream blushes, but you kind of want to try it out, I definitely recommend looking into the Wet n Wild ones. They're flawless. You use it with a sponge. You could even use it with a brush or your fingers. It blends beautifully. It sets. It almost has a satin powdery finish once it sets. So it really won't go anywhere. But if you have oilier skin or skin that eats up blush, definitely set this with a powder, or like a powder blush, sorry. But it's amazing. I don't have any products here that I don't like, to be honest. I am very critical of things I like. I like certain textures, I like certain smells, I like certain you know, finishes. And I mean, even the highlighter, it's not an ideal highlighter, but if you guys know me, you know how I'm pretty freaking colorful, just not in the language, not only in the language department, but in life. And this right here is actually a really great rainbow highlighter. It's like $5.99. All these products that I used today are under 10 bucks. Nothing really was over $6, and the palette, I think I paid like $8.99 for it because it was on sale, and that was like a year, 2-3 years ago, whatever. This right here was $5.99. This right here. I might pick up a few more shades and try to test them out on some clients and see if they like them. But for the most part, this is a great foundation. It has a paddle to it, a spatula. Either you can apply it directly to the face, which I don't recommend. I recommend just applying it to a sponge or brush from it, or in the back of the hand, you know, a clean hand, of course. I don't know. Even the powder. I'm legit picky about the powders that I put on my skin. Very, very, very picky. But this powder right here, it's like so soft. You guys can see that. Look at me blending it with my middle. Sorry, I'm not trying to flip you guys off, but it blends. It blends beautifully. It's soft. Like, I've never experienced anything like that, and my skin feels great. The liquid lipsticks, I haven't worn any of these except for this is my first time wearing it. It takes a little bit of time to dry. It is a little drying because it is a liquid lipstick, guys. It's very creamy, so if you kind of just start at the edges, I recommend you don't. I recommend using a brush for that. But if you're gonna start at the middle of the lip, so that way by the time you get to the outer edge to line it, you have less product, so it's not gonna get goopy because it is very creamy. This color is Rebel Rose. How freaking gorgeous is this color? Like, it looks like a lipstick in the Jeffree Star collection. It looks like one of his pinky ones, but anyway, I'll try to swatch and see if I can find dupes for these. These were like, I think $3.99, I think. I don't even know. I have the paper somewhere. Hold on. I'll tell you. Listen, I bought this with my own coins. This is not sponsored at all. $4.99 for the liquid lipsticks. $5 for the liquid lipsticks, when I spend sometimes a lot more for liquid lipsticks. I spend up to like 20 something dollars sometimes for liquid lipsticks, depending on the brand. But $5. Look, I could just go around. Well, I thought I wasn't gonna like this color. It actually looks different than the packaging. It is beautiful. I did use a lip liner, which was also nice, very creamy. Definitely recommend trying one of these bad boys out. Can we talk about this concealer? Can we take a moment of silence for these bags right here that got covered up by a little old $3 concealer? Let's double check how much this concealer is. Concealer, $3.99. My bad, $4 concealer. This concealer blended out beautifully. It set. When I applied powder on it, I didn't need my Coty Airspun to make it look soft and seamless. And there is no creasing. Not with all those wrinkles under there. There is no creasing. I don't think I've been impressed with any drugstore anything for a while, like recently. Like Maybelline has some great products, but with Wet n Wild, I have a few Wet n Wild concealers that I don't use because they're too sticky. They don't move around well. They kind of crease a lot. Get this Photo Focus concealer. Get the foundation. Get the liquid lipstick if you love liquid lipsticks. Get the blush. I mean, even their eyeshadows. I'm hands down I've always been a Wet n Wild eyeshadow connoisseur. I've always loved their eyeshadows. I've always vouched for them. You want something cheap and expensive, if you're just starting out with makeup, go for a Wet n Wild eyeshadow trio, or even their 8 pans like this, or now they have a lot more palettes. This is no longer in existence. You might still see it in your old Walgreens or Walgreens that carry older products. You might still see these, but I think they got rid of the Fergie line. They just went straight to their, what I call their black label, because everything kind of took over that like dark packaging, which I like. It's cheaper, but you know, whatever. I know I'm rambling on and on and on, but I don't think I've been this impressed with drugstore for a very, very long time, and I did not spend much on these products. Can we just take a moment on Evie's picky ass and this mascara? This is the Lash Renegade. The packaging feels uber cheap. It looks awesome and dope. Do you guys see these lashes though? They're on point. I didn't use any other product. When I tell y'all what you saw is what you get, this is as real as it gets. Wet n Wild will probably never see this, but holy shit did they do a bang up job at updating their product line and making it top notch. So kudos to Wet n Wild for being vegan, cruelty free, and inexpensive at the drugstore, and absolutely beautiful. And yes, you guys can see that blue purple up in there with the gold. I'm on it like white on rice today. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for my overall first impressions on this Wet n Wild beauty products, the new product line, and also the tutorial. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a message down below or comment down below. Check out all the links down below. I'll try to be really good about leaving the products that I used down there. It just takes work. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my video. I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.